What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, and today I'm featuring a 9-game win streak featuring Shadow Skarmory in the Season 6 Great League. As I'm recording this, the Wooper Watch event is live. This is the first chance we've had to take frustration off Shadow Skarmory. This was also the first time I've used Chesnaught. I absolutely love this thing. Chesnaught and Skarmory work so well together because they cover each other's weaknesses. I rounded off the team with a classic Stunfisk. This thing's fairly neutral in most situations, so it worked well as a safe swap. Alright, let's jump into the battles. My first match is against a Stunfisk lead. My opponent realizes this is a bad matchup for them, so they switch into Scrafty. That's fine with me. I'm going to build up to 2 superpowers and throw them back to back. Scrafty does throw a move. I think it might be a foul play. I go ahead and shield. Then I realize, well, hey, foul play would have been resisted. I shouldn't have shielded at all. It's okay though. I get to the second superpower and it lands, and then I go ahead and I switch to Stunfisk to get a little bit of farm in. I don't really care what Scrafty's going to throw this second time. I'm going to keep my last shield and I'm going to farm him down and have so much energy whenever Hypno comes in. Now I'm going to be spamming out discharges. Discharge is a little bit better damage per energy, so if you don't think they're going to shield, you should always go discharge. 2 of them lands. Hypno is now half health, and I go for the Mud Bomb. I'm thinking maybe they shield. No, they don't shield. That's fine. Now they're going to be able to throw an attack at me. It's a Shadow Ball, but Stunfisk is a tank. It does not take out Stunfisk. I'm still able to get to another Mud Bomb, and I finally get their shield. Now Skarmory can safely come in and just farm Hypno down. I'm getting energy, but of course it's Stunfisk that they have in the back. Everything that Skarmory throws is going to be resisted, but hey, this is a Shadow Skarmory feature. We're going to go for the Brave Bird. Look how much this does. That is resisted damage. The game is 100% over at this point, but I do go ahead and swap and catch the move on Chesnaught. I'm going to be going for the Energy Ball, and that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Moving into my second match, I'm up against a Shadow Vic lead. That is terrible for this team, but I have a plan. So I'm building up. I'm going to build up to 2 superpowers, and then I'm going to throw at Shadow Vic. Shadow Vics, from my experience, always shield whatever you throw at them. So it doesn't matter if it's resisted. I'm going to throw the superpower. Boom, I get the shield. Then I'm going to completely sack my Stunfisk. I know, I'm just completely wasting it. By the way, I should have gone Mud Bomb there. Discharge is resisted, Mud Bomb is neutral, but that's okay. I'm running down the switch clock, and then I'm going to bring in Skarmory to farm this thing down. They decide to swap at the last second into Whiscash. Their shields are down, so I'm going straight for the Brave Bird. Look how much this does. Now they're going to be able to throw at me, and I should have known this was only a Mud Bomb. They weren't even close to Blizzard, but I do shield it. Big mistake on my part, but it's going to be okay. I farm them down, and they bring in Melmetal. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Sky Attack just to get a little bit of chip damage, and then I'm going to switch into Chesnaught. Remember, I banked a superpower. I do overtap a little, but that's okay. I throw the superpower, it one-shots Melmetal. At this point, the game is over. Skarmory's going to come back in and throw 1 Air Slash at Shadow Vic, and that's a GG's. Jumping into the third game, I'm up against another Shadow Vic lead. I'm going to play this exactly the same. I'm going to build up to 2 superpowers, and then throw, and then swap. So I get there. They actually don't throw before me this time, so that's interesting, but I do get the shield, and I swap. I'm at the Mud Bomb, and they're throwing, and I'm feeling brave. I call the Acid Spray, let's go. I'm able to get to the Mud Bomb now, and yes, they give me the second shield. Shields are down. I can safely bring in Shadow Skarmory to farm this thing down. Here's the farm down. I almost get to a Sky Attack, and then what do they bring in? It's a Stunfisk. Okay, that's kind of bad, but their shields are down. I'm going straight for the Brave Bird, and remember, this is a Shadow Skarmory. It takes out half their health, and then Chesnaught's able to come in and throw the banked superpower. Alright, all they have left is Mandibuzz. I still have 2 shields, and these superpowers are going to be doing neutral damage. Mandibuzz is a tank, but I'm able to chip away before they throw a move, and then I'm going to go ahead and let Chesnaught go down. Shadow Skarmory is going to clean this up easily. Mandibuzz is going to get to a move, and I'm going to go ahead and throw up a shield. They went for the Shadow Ball, so props to them. If I was trying to go for the 2 shield flex, that would have taken me out, but I'm able to get to Brave Bird. Boom. Look how much it does to Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is a tank, but no match for Shadow Skarmory. Moving forward, I'm up against a Scrafty lead. Superpowers will be doing super effective damage to Scrafty. The logical play would be to go to 2 superpowers and throw them back to back. But I'm expecting a shield and I don't want to be double debuffed, so I go for the Energy Ball. They don't shield. Oh my gosh, that's not good for me. But it's okay. I'm not going to shield their power up punches. I'm just going to try to Vine Whip them down. Unfortunately, we go down at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Shadow Skarmory and they bring in Whiscash. Alright, I just got to watch out for the Blizzard. As long as I can land some Sky attacks, I'll take out this Whiscash, no problem. They shield and I'm going to match shields in case it's the Blizzard. I don't want this thing up against Stunfisk. They successfully baited me and then they're throwing their second charge attack. I'm thinking this has to be the Blizzard. I was correct. Great shield. Now I'm able to overfarm by a little bit and then throw a Sky attack. Let's see if they give it up. No, they throw up their second shield and then they swap. They have Jirachi in the back. That's actually pretty good for me. I can throw Mud Bombs at Jirachi. It'll be doing super effective damage and I'm going to be resisting Doom Desire. This is such a good matchup for Stunfisk. I'm going to make sure that I'm overfarming just a little bit to have a little bit of energy when Whiscash comes back in. So there it is, Jirachi's down, here comes Whiscash, I'm almost at Mud Bomb. We CMP tie, and apparently they win CMP, which makes sense, because Stunfisk is a tank, right? But still, I'm able to get to the Mud Bomb and take out Whiscash, so that's a GG's. Moving into battle number 5, I'm up against another Stunfisk lead. Very interesting leads today. They swap into Skarmory, which will be doing double super effective damage to me, but I'm going to go ahead and chip them with a superpower and then swap into Stunfisk. Since Stunfisk is resisting everything that Skarmory is throwing, I'm going to farm up to 100 energy before throwing Discharge. Let's see if he shields this. I expect he won't. I'm correct. They go down. I have so much energy left over and in comes their own Stunfisk. Now I'm able to spam out Mud Bombs. I get to 2 before they throw at me. This is great, guys. I'm in a really good position here. So my opponent finally decides to throw at me and I'm going to tank it. I'm going to tank it and I'm going to be able to get to another Mud Bomb. Let's see if they let this go through. Yes, they let it go through. Now their Stunfisk is so low and I switch into Chesnaught. Chesnaught's going to be resisting everything they throw. It doesn't matter what they throw. Finally, they have Azumarill in the back. This is going to be a GG's. I tried to throw this energy ball, but they just back out. So, well played to my opponent, but nothing they could really do. I didn't even have to bring out Skarmory in that match. And that's a 5-0. Moving into the second set, I'm up against a Surfetch'd lead. Most Surfetch'd are running Night Slash and Leaf Blade, both of which are resisted. So I go ahead and no shield their first attack. I was correct, it's a Night Slash. Now I'm at 2 superpowers, and we'll see if they shield. No, they let it go down, okay? So they bring in a Alolan Marowak. This is a weakness of this team. I only have Stunfisk to cover it. So he farms Chesnaught down, but at least I'm able to properly align Stunfisk with their Marowak. They bait me with a Bone Club, not great, but that's okay. I'm at Mud Bomb, I'm going to be throwing it, and they give me a shield. Cool. Next attack is coming. I'm expecting it's not the bait, but I know it's not a Shadow Ball at least. So I let it go through. No big deal. Stunfisk is a tank. Here comes the second Mud Bomb. They shield again, and I'm able to get to a third Mud Bomb before they throw at me. This almost takes them out, but they are able to throw at me. I'm just going to let it go through. If anything, Skarmory gets a little bit of farm. So I bring Skarmory in. I get that one Air Slash of farm, and it's Azumarill on the back. So this is a winning matchup. I'm going to shield whatever they throw. I expect it is the Hydro Pump. Let's see. Yes, it was the Hydro Pump. I'm going to go straight for Brave Bird because I am not worried about anything at this point. It almost takes them out. 2 more Air Slashes, and that's a GG's. My next match is against an Azumarill lead. That's a great lead for Chesnaught, but they bring in Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp is tough for this team. I'm going to go ahead and throw a superpower and get the shield, and then I'm going to switch into Skarmory. Even though Air Slashes are doing super effective damage, Machamp can win this by throwing 2 Cross Chops. Luckily, I was able to sneak in an extra Air Slash when they threw, and they're not able to get to the second Cross Chop, so now I'm in a good situation. Azumarill comes back in, and I'm able to get to back-to-back Sky attacks before they're able to throw at me. They're at Ice Beam, but I'm not sure if they're running Ice Beam because they don't throw, and I'm able to completely farm them down, and they just back out. It's over. GG's, well played to my opponent. My next match is against an Altaria lead. That's a terrible lead, so I go ahead and switch into Stunfisk. They bring in Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, that's not so bad. As long as I can properly shield their Earthquake, I can still win this matchup. They eat back-to-back Mud Bombs, and they're pretty low, so I'm thinking, yeah, they're desperate. They're throwing the Earthquake. I was correct. Great shield on my part. Now I'm able to overfarm and then throw the Mud Bomb. They eat it, and then they bring back in Altaria. That's pretty good for me. Now I can throw Discharges at Altaria. They actually give up a shield. That's even better. I'm able to get to a second Discharge. Remember, they can't throw Sky Attack at me. Sky Attack is resisted. It would not take out Stunfisk. But they do eventually get to a move. I'm expecting it's not Sky Attack. I'm correct, it's Dragon Pulse. Stunfisk goes down and Skarmory comes in. I'm farming up and then they're going to throw. I know Sky Attack is resisted. I don't know how much it will do. Take it like a champ. Skarmory is a beast. I'm able to farm up a little bit extra and then I'm going for the Sky Attack. They shield, so I'm thinking they must be weak to Skarmory in the back. I'm going to throw up my shield as well. Let's see, what do they have in the back? It's a Lantern. Lantern is resisting everything that Skarmory throws. That's very strange that they shielded a second ago, but I'm not mad about it. I'm able to bring in Chesnaught after landing that Brave Bird and they back out. My next opponent is leading with some spice. They're running Shadow Zapdos. That is so bad for this team. Stunfisk is my only answer for this thing. They throw a Drill Peck to chip me and then they bring in Toxicroak. That's not so bad. I have 2 Mud Bombs stored. This is going to be doing a lot of super effective damage. They let the first one go through. I expect they shield the second one. Yes, they shield the second one and then they're going to be able to throw their own Mud Bomb at me. Stunfisk is a tank though. We can tank it and we can get to an additional Mud Bomb. Now they either have to go down or they have to give up the second shield. They give up the second shield. Okay, I'm bringing in Skarmory. I'm getting a little bit of farm in and they bring in Galarian Stunfisk. Not good. In my mind, I'm thinking the game is over, but I do catch the Rock Slide and then they bring in Zapdos. Alright, I have to shield here for sure. Drill Peck would be one-shotting me and I'm going to be going for the superpower. Let's see how much this does. Wow, it almost takes out Zapdos. Now I'm able to safely shield this next Drill Peck and I'm going to farm them down. I'm going to go up to 2 superpowers. I'm going to be throwing them back to back. Let's see, can I take out this Stunfisk? Let's see, I get the second superpower. Is this enough though? Boom. Chesnaught is a beast, guys. This team is made up of beast. So there it is, a 9-game win streak with Chesnaught, Shadow Skarmory, and Stunfisk. Let me know what you think of this team in the comments down below. Make sure you also leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Alright, that's all for today. This is ChillisFM wishing you good luck in your battles.